Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dream Team Tonic podcast, episode number 62 on this lovely Monday evening. Everything we speak about tonight will be before the City game, City versus Palace tonight. So all the tables and information that we have will be before that game if you're listening later on in the week, just so you know. I'm Tony, with me as usual is Ben. You there, Ben?
Hi, mate. Right.
Oh, good, mate. And as usual, James.
Hi, Tony. I'm here.
All right, mate. Just a big thanks just before we kick off to all our listeners, patrons, subscribers on YouTube. Everyone, thanks so much for your support. If you haven't liked or subscribed on the YouTube, please click that now. Rate us on Spotify, and if you haven't been across and seen all the extra content with that we do on the Patreon, get across to patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic. Get yourself some Dream Team Tonic extras and join our community. It's a very good laugh. The Patreon Cup has started this weekend. Good luck to everybody involved in that, all 30 managers. I'm already on 3 points as I've already beaten by. So I should be top of my group. But yeah, good luck to everyone who's involved in that. Should be a good laugh. And we'll bring you the first results of the first round of games next week. Right. James, I think you're first up with your team this week, mate. How have you got on, pal?
41 points so far. Still got Cancelo, Bilva, and De Bruyne to play tonight, so I'm hoping they chip in because the rest of the sides, it's all right. 8 points from Mendy, 8 from Trent, 4 from Rudiger, 8 from Diaz. Yes, come on. 0 from Mount, who I brought in for Reece James this week. 5 from Harry Kane, 8 from Salah. God, I hope he's not injured. And 0 from Jota. Yeah, so pretty average at the moment. Hopefully get some City points tonight off my players.
Yeah, 3 City lads to play.
Yeah.
That was some challenge, wasn't it, on Diaz from the keeper, Sanchez?
Oh, God. Yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't knocked out.
He nearly took his head off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Should have been sent
Crazy
off.
challenge. Yeah, I think he should have because I think he had enough time to back out of that. I think the ball had already gone. Yeah, naughty one. Could have done him some real harm there.
Yeah.
Got 8 points finally.
Yeah.
Keep talking about him, and we know he's had to score or assist to get any points, but fair play, another lively performance. Very good player, very good. Obviously, he's holding a few of the lads out the side now as well, isn't he? Moving Mane to the middle, and Diaz seems to have nailed that left hand side spot. So
yeah, he's doing well there.
Yeah, very much so. Transfers then? Did you make any, James? Or
Yeah, I did the Reece James to Mason Mount move. It's not paid off yet because Mount got 0, but still got a midweek game to go. So hopefully get something there.
Yeah.
You change your mind on Mason Mount now?
Do you know what? I'm not a huge fan. I didn't see many other options in that area. So yeah, I just thought I'd take your advice, Ben, and go with the fixtures. Chelsea do still have some lovely fixtures, especially the next couple of ones. So I just thought, do you know what? I'll stick him in. I don't think he'll be in my side for that long, but we'll see.
That's it. Very short month in it, and
Yeah,
need to maximise the fixtures. He's a good option. I like him, as everyone knows. Across to my team, 40 points for the week so far. Took a couple of punts this week from my last 2 transfers. Obviously, just I wanted to get rid of my West Ham dross. So anyway, we'll go through the team. Edison in goal, obviously plays tonight with Cancelo. Rudiger got 4 points, picked up a yellow card. It's a bit frustrating. Another clean sheet though. Chalobah, 8 points. He's been a revelation. Unfortunately for me, City block, Thiago Silva decided to sit on bench for this one. So missed out on that clean sheet there. De Bruyne's playing tonight. Luis Diaz got the 8 points. Liverpool finally. Mo Salah 8 points. Harry Kane 5 points, and then 2 new additions. I brought in Coutinho for Bowen, who are obviously out injured again. Didn't quite pay off. He's been on absolute fire, Coutinho, and he's been main man there. Seems to be going through him. So a bit of a punt there. And Kai Havertz up top, brought in 7 points. Very good goal. There is question marks whether he should have been on pitch. I think a yellow card at best. Sin much worse than that. Whether Newcastle should have had a penalty or not before all that is another debate. But yeah, Kai Havertz, new player in 7 points. Happy days. 40 for the week. All transfers done. One of them. Just had to roll the dice of this team. On to you, Ben.
Yeah, we're all on similar scores. 41 for me. 1955 points total. I'm around 521st now, so it's dropped a bit, this team. It's now my 4th best team. It was my 2nd best team. Yeah, Mendy in goal, 8 points. Rudiger, 4 points, who I brought in for Reece James. Robertson, 8 points. Cancelo playing tonight. Alexander Arnold, 8 points. Mount, 0, who I brought in for Bernardo Silva. Looks like it was the wrong move now, looking at the lineups tonight. Sterling's in my team there, on the bench again. De Bruyne, still to play. Salah 8, Kane 5, and Jota 0. My best team is 226th now. Got 4 teams in the top 500 now.
Consistent,
but this team's dropped off a bit. I'm a bit disappointed with this team, but still time.
Still not doing too bad.
Jota's a bit disappointing.
He's gone off the boil, hasn't he? He's gone off the boil, Jota. Obviously, Diaz sneaking in that spot now, and his game time suffering for it. And then when he's coming on, he's not been having the impact, has he?
Well, he likes playing against Arsenal, so I'm hoping for some points midweek. He always seems to do well against Arsenal. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I think there's a good chance he'll start because Klopp was complaining about fixture congestion the other day. Not that he likes to. And
he loves them all, doesn't he?
And yeah, when he hasn't started the last couple, so to be fair, he has been coming back. He did have an injury, and they rushed him back for the cup final.
Yeah.
So I'm not massively surprised they're easing him back in. I think there's a good chance he starts against Arsenal.
Especially that Salah injury is something to be worried about.
Yeah, that is a concern, that is. Touch wood, he never seems to get injured, or very rarely. I think he's had a bit of a thigh strain once, but apart from that, he's just been Mr. Consistent. So, hopefully nothing serious there. I haven't heard anything today.
It's all been quite quiet today, hasn't it? It's been a bit quiet on it. Which might tell me that I think it might be a bit more serious than first thought, really. You usually hear a bit of good news quite soon, wouldn't you? Just to allay any fears, but interesting. One to definitely keep an eye on going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd change the dynamics a little bit if Salah was out injured for a period.
Yeah, it certainly would.
You might even have people talking crazy, like bringing back in Ronaldo. Right. Let's jump into some questions. That's our teams covered. George, just quickly, where's your best side ranked, James? Where are you up to, mate?
52nd at the moment, but obviously I'm quite heavy on. I'm still fairly heavy on City, so hopefully jump back up tonight. So like I said, every week I seem to be going up 25 places, going down 25 places.
Yeah,
repeat.
Yo-yo.
Yeah.
Ben, where's yours, mate?
226th dropped down. I was nearly in the top 100, and it's dropped down to 226th now.
Bit of
I've had a
City in
couple of
there though.
Yeah, got a couple of game players. I've got 3 players in my best team to play tonight. So
Yeah, happy days. I think it was 306 before tonight with 3 City players to play, so I'm hoping to get back up towards the 200 mark. Yeah, hopefully
I
keep
imagine a few
climbing.
people have sold Cancelo, haven't they? With the rumour of an injury, and he's in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, I do. I hope he goes off tonight.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I've got him in all my top sides. I hope he gets some points tonight.
Yeah, me too. Fingers crossed. Right, listeners' questions. Steve Brokaw been on. Is it time to load up on Chelsea players despite all the off-field issues? James.
Well, we've been talking about Chelsea for a few weeks now, and I think it was time to load up on them. And I have some question marks about whether it still is, but at the moment, it doesn't seem to be affecting their form too much. They still got good fixtures. They're still in the FA Cup, still in the Champions League. That said, it is a concern that this might start affecting the players. I heard Mason Mount the other day in an interview saying the news was quite difficult to avoid, really, and it was on his mind. I think if this drags on, I think it could become a real problem, especially if some of the sanctions that some of the clickbait newspapers have been, the red tops have been suggesting might happen, the doom mongers. If any of that starts looking like it's going to come true, it's just going to escalate even further. And I think at that point, I would be seriously concerned about holding on to the assets because it's going to affect them, isn't it? I don't know. What do you boys think?
Yeah, I think you can't get away from it, can you? They're human beings after all. They're affected. I think when we had the Pritchard on, David Pritchard, and he spoke about how everyday life. You think we just see these players as assets on a fantasy team or on a football team, and they're just football players that play for 90 minutes that we watch. But they've got all sorts going on in their lives, and they've got brains, and they've got feelings at the end of the day. So it's just normal for it to affect. It's not great what's going on down there. I think if they could quickly sell and get someone new in, change hands, and just have a bit of a refresh now, I think that'd do everyone a world of good down there.
Yeah, and that's what they need, isn't it? Get it all out the way quickly. Get it sold. Get it done and dusted, and then they can go back to normal. Hopefully, yeah.
But like you say, it's not been affecting them much. I know they only won 1-0 against Newcastle, but that's a different Newcastle side than what everyone else has been playing all season.
Yeah.
I think they're so up for that fight, working really well as a team, battling. Got a little bit of quality in there as well. Like got some good players that are obviously showing now that they're good players. And yeah, for me, Steve, in my best side, I've already got 5 Chelsea assets. Brought in, I had Ziyech, Chalobah, Rudiger, and Mendy already, and I brought in Mount this weekend in my best side. So I've already got 5 in there. So nearly half my team. So that shows where I'm at. I think I wouldn't say unlucky because Liverpool have been playing so well. Informed side, unbelievable at the minute, Liverpool. So it's not unlucky, but I think if Liverpool had stumbled a couple of times, conceded a couple of goals, this Chelsea train we picked up a hell of a lot of ground because I think is it 3 clean sheets in a row they've had.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
Chelsea conceded against Norwich, didn't they? Penalty, but
yeah, sorry, with that one thrown in between. So 3 out of 4. It's one of them. For me, I'm going that way because I'm trying to regain rank, and I know everyone above me, my best side. A lot of them are very heavy Liverpool, and I've had to go different. So yeah, again, it's that same old thing. If you're chasing, load up on Chelsea, and you're gonna have to take that risk that the Liverpool back line starts to concede a few. But if you're already on Liverpool and you're trying to defend, you're at the top of your league. There's no need to punt. Just carry on with Liverpool because they're flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my view. Ben?
Yeah, I think you covered that pretty well. Totally agree with you. If you're at the top of your league and you've got Liverpool defenders in, stay on them. But if you're chasing, Chelsea's definitely the one to look at. Yeah, it must be affecting the players, obviously, wondering what's going to happen at the end of the season. Well, they're saying that they're not going to be able to renew contracts and
Yeah,
sell merchandise and all this. So surely they're going to sort it out. They can't do that. Like, can't they start a trust or something and all the money, say that they open the shops and all the money they make from ticket sales and everything just goes into this trust and
yeah,
goes towards Chelsea Football Club, not to Abramovich.
yeah.
But yeah, I think it'll get sorted out. Someone will come and buy the club.
Yeah, I think with how serious it's got, I think
Mm.
it'll speed the process up. I think that's why the sanctions are so harsh. It's to force the change of hands. If they went in with the softy approach, it'd just drag out. I think with it being like the way it is, they know it has to change hands within the
Yeah,
next month, surely. And as big an asset as Chelsea is, it's going to sell. Someone's going to want it. There's plenty of billionaires out there that'll.
3 billion he wanted, didn't he, Abramovich?
Yeah.
But it
Apparently,
won't go
yeah.
for that now, will it?
Well, no, I think he just wants to. He'll want to just cut ties now, won't he? But yeah, tricky one. Politics in football usually mix well, does it? Right, Connor. I've got no transfers left, so he's got a bit of a different question this week. Any plans for spicing up and improving the Dream Team Tonic next season? I've already got ideas now. I want to potentially improve my blog, so it'll be interesting to know if you have thought of any ideas and how you want to improve Dream Team Tonic as a whole in the new season. James.
Yes, Connor. I've come up with an amazing idea on how to improve everyone's transfers. Basically, it's a new feature which will be called Who Lee Hooper Dropped. Oh, for our
Oh God!
non-patrons, so we've got a guy, got a guy on our Discord, and he is the unluckiest guy in the world. And I think he dropped Ronaldo last week.
God.
And this is just
Oh,
in
like,
a long line in succession of really unfortunate moves. So yeah, in all seriousness, to answer your question properly, Connor, I've been concentrating on sort of making the team reviews more efficient and informative for some of the patrons. I'm hoping to sort of automate a few things in future, but apart from that, it's just been incremental improvements, I think, across the board. Obviously, we've introduced the Patreon Cup recently, haven't we, and things like that. So what do you think, boys? It's just watch this space, isn't it? We've got plenty of things in the pipeline, but we're not ready to spill the beans just yet.
yeah, that's all for the big reveal, isn't it? In the summer.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll keep them to side, but we do have lots of thoughts. There's lots. Obviously, you hear from us once a week. If you're a patron, you get the after hours as well um, each month, and there's lots of work that goes on behind the scenes, and there's lots of ideas, and we're chatting quite a lot behind. Well, every day we're talking, so there's lots that goes on, and there's lots of thoughts, and we're going to try and, like you say, improve every week, every month. Try and bring you more and more, and do what we can for you. Yeah, watch this space, as they say. Right, DT Patrick, Yotta minus 3 points for his last 6 played. Is that right? I'm not double checked that.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. With Diaz playing well and Firmino, he's back. Was he on the bench this week?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, Firmino's back. Is it time to drop Yotta or keep the faith? Well, Patrick, I dropped him when he went out injured. I took him out of every single side, and when he came back quite quickly, he did scare me a little bit. But I never put him back in, and I actually switched quite a few across to Diaz, and that's why I've been bugging Diaz for the last few weeks. in the hope that he'd start putting things away, which he did at this weekend with a good goal and a untimely crack on the head. But yeah, for me, I think Diaz is the value at the minute. I think he's nailed that left hand side, and I think there will obviously there's going to be more. Like, you can see Jota starting midweek, can't you? Even if Salah's fit, you can see you playing Salah, Jota through middle, and even Mane or Diaz on the left. He might rest Diaz, he might rest Mane. He's got options, loads of options. That's what Diaz has brought to the table. But for me, I think Diaz is a value. James?
Well, I'm probably a bit biased, really. I think I'm going to keep the faith for a little bit longer. Be honest, I'm getting a little bit jumpy, but got to remember that Jota was coming back from an injury, so I think that he's easing him back in. He was definitely ahead of Firmino in the pecking order. Personally, I think he brings more to the team than Mane does as a number 9.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping the faith for a bit longer, but we've got another game to assess him against Arsenal this week. So one to keep your eye on for sure. But like I said, I'm probably biased, so you should probably listen to the other two guys on this one.
Go on, Ben.
Yeah, definitely keep the faith myself. I've got him in my pod team.
I'm outnumbered.
Yeah, I'm expecting a return against Arsenal midweek. There you go. I've said it. So yeah, and they got Forest on next Sunday. So yeah, I think he's a hold for the rest of the month anyway. Definitely.
Yeah, if I had Jota sat in my side still, rather than being switched across to Diaz, I'd just be leaving him. I won't be using a transfer to get rid of Jota, definitely not. But if I'm asked to choose between the two, it's Diaz for me at the minute.
Yeah. But like Diaz is a midfielder, so you could have both of them, couldn't you?
That's true. That's true.
But they don't play the same sort of position, really.
No.
Jota's more for the middle at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. They're not directly in competition for the place, are they, then too? It's just, I think, with Mane, him using Mane through the middle, it now seems like Jota's got Mane, Firmino, and then himself for that one position.
Yeah.
Whereas Mane and Diaz are like, do you know what I mean? They're probably the two for the left-hand side.
Yeah.
So I just think it just puts 3 players in that position, which is a little bit worrying, especially if he wants to start utilising Firmino and giving him some minutes as well.
Yeah. Like, just looking at his points, game week 20, he got 18 points, 21, 5 points, 23, 15.
Yeah.
And then 18, he had a monster haul, 33 points that week. And then since then, he's not scored any points, but he had an injury, didn't he? So
yeah,
he did play.
Definitely. That injury knocked him off his stride. He was absolutely on fire, weren't he? He was a must-have in most sides. I think I had him in every team. Unfortunate timing of the injury.
And even if he doesn't start, he can come on and get a goal, can't he? Especially in a Liverpool side that's really attacking.
And of course, if Salah is out, then I think that cements Jota's place
a
lot more.
Definitely.
We need a focal point up there, and Mane's not really that guy.
No, I think if Jota's, if Salah is even a doubt, do you think he might just put Salah on bench and not take the risk with him?
I wouldn't be surprised given the options we've got now. Obviously, we can't. The way the league is with Man City, we just got to keep pounding out those wins and try and keep up with them. But I mean, I don't think he would risk him being out for a longer period by rushing him back.
Yeah, definitely.
It's too important for that.
Yeah, they've got the international break coming up as well, so he should be able to manage his minutes.
Yeah.
If he is like 50-50.
Yeah, could be sensible with money. A lot at stake, isn't there? With obviously the City game coming up, and of course it's getting up there, and then the Champions League games. Lots to play for. Right, Fitzy has been on. I've had Sancho for a few weeks now, liking what I'm seeing. Advice going forward, please, guys, on keeping or moving on due to fixture gains, etc. Up the Dream Team Tonic podcast. That's on
Cheers,
Fitzy.
Fitzy.
Cheers, Fitzy.
Ben, what do you reckon, mate? Sancho.
Well, he hasn't got a game next week, but it's only a single game week. So,
Mm,
yeah. And we don't know if they're going to get through in the Champions League yet. So, if they get through against Atletico Madrid, then when they come back from the international break, they'll have a double game week with Leicester and the quarterfinal of the Champions League. So basically, all comes down to if they get through in the Champions League. If they don't get through, then definitely sell for me. What do
yeah.
you think, James?
I think your point about the Champions League is key there. I also think that he's United have got through some of their tougher fixtures, and he has been getting a few points. He has been knocking in a few points. So, and it's interesting what Ralph Raniak said yesterday. He said it was a problem for him to get adjusted to the intensity and physicality of the league. He now he has managed to do that. I'm happy to see him play at the right kind of level. He is now getting closer to the Jadon Sancho I've known from Germany, adding, in the end, it's all about confidence. I think we all know, we've all seen him play for Borussia Dortmund and
Yeah.
literally looked electric. And
Yeah.
even some of his early England performances, you thought, what a player this guy's going to be. So, yeah, perhaps it does take people a little bit of time to readjust to the intensity of the league. I don't think any of us would be surprised if he now carries on that run and
Yeah.
becomes that player that we always thought he could be. I
Definitely.
would be tempted to hold him, but yeah, if they're out of the Champions League, then that's a different kettle of fish, and you just lose so many fixtures that way.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to play the fixtures. It's exactly what I got wrote down here. Just see what happens in the Champions League this midweek.
Yeah,
If they get through, then yeah, I wouldn't say sell. I think, like I say, he's been getting, he's been improving, definitely improving. And the last couple of times I've seen him, he's looked, I wouldn't say at his electric best like he was at Dortmund, but he were playing at such a high level across in Germany. He were looking unbelievable. But he's definitely getting back to his dangerous self, where he's looking forceful on the ball, confident on the ball, driving at players, and he's looking really good.
he did miss a few sitters though. Did you watch the game?
I didn't know. I didn't see it
Yeah,
this week.
he could have had a couple of goals himself. Not just assisting Ronaldo.
Well, he's there. He's there. He's in amongst it.
Yep, he is.
That's what
Yeah,
you got to be, aren't you? Um, yeah, I just got back from kids' first Rovers game on Saturday. God, what an
How did it go?
experience! Oh, it was traumatic. Bristol City didn't get out their own half for 90 minutes. We missed a penalty. Bradley Dack's returned for 12 months. Unreal. I've got kids on video ready to give it the big cheer for the first ever goal at Ewood Park, and he goes and bloody misses, and then Bristol City go over end, 93rd minute, last kick at game, and put one in. Unreal.
That's unlucky. I mean, to pick that game because Bristol City have been rubbish this year.
Yeah.
Living in Bristol, you get to hear about a lot about it, and I can't remember that. I think that must be their first away win in a while.
Honestly, we should have been out of sight.
Yeah,
It's something that's Achilles heel for Rovers at the minute. Bryson Diaz has been injured, and we just can't score. We make so many chances. We've hit the bar, and Dax put one wide just after his penalty miss as well. And you just think it's not our day. Little girl turned around to me. She says, "Dad, that's not fair. They've not done anything all game, and they're going to win." I said, "That's football. That's football." But she wants to go back. She loved it, so I'm happy with that.
that's good.
So we'll be back there. I think a couple of weeks. I think we've got Blackpool at the start of April, so we'll be back there for that home game. I think I'll be there again tomorrow night against Derby.
Nice.
So that's it now. I'll be back. Don't tell Mrs. I'll be back every week now, though. But anyway, right, moving on. Matt Woolley, current number one in the dream team. Happy to have you amongst the Patreon, Matt. Having a cracking season, mate. He's not going to question this week, but he's just saying thanks for a really detailed answer last week that we gave him on one of his questions. So you're welcome, Matt. It's great to have you listening, great to have you involved, mate, and keep it up, pal. You're doing a great job.
Cheers, Matt.
Aman Tatler. I knew it was coming. I knew it. As soon as that third goal went in. Should we bring back Ronaldo for April? The $1 million question. Go on, James.
Well, it's a good question. He certainly looked good against Spurs. Like Ben was alluding to earlier, I think you've got to see how they get on against Atletico on Thursday, just to see if they go through in the Champions League, and if they do go through, who they get drawn against. Because to be honest, they haven't looked great, and they've scraped through. They scraped through the group phase. I'm not sure if one game's enough to say he's back, but it is Ronaldo. Fixture-wise, it's not too bad in April. Leicester at home, Everton away, Norwich at home, Arsenal away, Brentford at home. So, I think that Arsenal game is going to be massive, isn't it? With
they've also got a possible rearranged game with Liverpool possibly put in there as well.
Yeah. So some mixed fixtures there, but what do you think, Ben? Is he back?
Well, the money that he costs, and you got Havertz there scoring 4 goals he got in the last 3 games. Havertz, yeah. So, there is better value players out there, and then next week Ronaldo hasn't got a game, so we won't be bringing him in till at least April. Like you say, if they go through in the Champions League, how are you going to fit him in? If Salah's injured, maybe you could get him in there, but I won't be looking at him, not yet anyway. Might change my mind after the international break, but one game's not going to change my mind.
Yeah,
definitely not. Been burnt by that before. I've just got no here. That's all I wrote. No, because he looks like he were going to be top property again, and he burnt me last time. And like you say, for that money, it's a risk, and I don't have confidence in United. I don't have full confidence in Ronaldo at the minute. I think, like you say, he's a bit hit and miss, and it's not for me. Not for me, mate.
He'll go score on in the Champions League now.
He probably will
on Tuesday.
And I did say a few pods back, I don't see United getting any more Champions League games after Atletico, so he might come back to buy me on horse there. But
didn't we talk about his record against Atletico Madrid back along?
Yeah.
Was it good or bad, Ben?
Fantastic record against Atletico Madrid, and he loves the European night, doesn't he, as well?
He does, doesn't he? Yeah.
I think at the start of the season, all his goals were in the Champions League, and he got in the league.
Yeah, if you looked at the breakdown of points for Ronaldo, a significant number came in those European games. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Right, hopefully that answers your question, Aman. Daniel Moody has been on with the quarterfinal and semi-final draws of the 3 European competitions being made on Friday, 18th of March. How much will the outcome affect your plans, and is it worth holding transfers back so you can react to the draws? Ben,
this affects it massively. Like knowing who goes through and what draws they've got. This is when you make your money at the end of the season with the amount of fixtures and the fixtures. This is it. So on Friday we'll know a lot more information, and then you can start planning for April.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with Ben there. The only thing I would say is this year I feel that there's no, certainly in the Champions League, there aren't really any sides that are scary, if you like.
That's
I don't think.
exactly what I've got here.
Hey?
Exactly what I've got
Oh,
wrote
is
down
it?
here. I,
Ah,
I think
well,
for the
great
English
minds think
side,
alike, Tony.
I don't think if Liverpool get drawn against anybody in that draw, other than Man City,
Yes, other than Man City, please don't draw Man City.
Yeah,
I think
that's the
I,
final.
I just don't think like any English side has got anything to be scared on as a continent. I think we've got the best sides in Europe,
Yeah.
all three of them. You can include Chelsea in that.
Yeah, I mean, Bayern don't appear to be quite as good as they are. I read the other day that that they are now going to become a selling club because they can't afford. I think they were massively impacted by COVID. They don't get the same sort of money as they, for TV rights as they do in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Um, who else is there? I mean, Barcelona. They're not even in the competition.
Have they not got the Premier League reject forward line?
They,
Adama Traore, Aubameyang, and Ferran Torres.
yeah,
Yeah,
crazy, isn't it?
I mean, I'll give you Bayern. Bayern, decent side. They seem to slap a lot of teams in Europe as well. They are capable of scoring plenty of goals. Gnabry and Lewandowski. Muller, obviously old lad, but he's still scoring.
So I suppose Madrid could be. They're still. Well, they got Benzema banging them in up front, haven't they? I think they're still half decent side there. I mean, they're top of La Liga, I think.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
I bet you're glad Real Madrid went through though, rather than PSG.
I don't know if I am.
You're not
Yeah,
sure.
PSG.
Dysfunctional. PSG are dysfunctional, aren't they?
I don't know.
Real Madrid aren't that good either.
Well, but that's what we're trying to say.
Yeah,
That if you look at Liverpool, Man City, even Chelsea to a degree, like the top sides, they're cohesive. They're great teams. As you look at these PSG, I mean, they've just grabbed a load of massive names and thrown them in a pot and hope for the best.
they threw it away last week though, didn't they? PSG. They were 2-0 up
Yeah.
and had a mad 20 minutes.
What was that quote I heard? I'm trying to remember it. You can take the man out with Spurs, but you can't take the Spurs out of the man.
Are you referring to Mauricio Pochettino?
I am, Ben.
yeah. I wouldn't be scared of. I get what Daniel's saying. I don't think it'll affect my plans because I don't think any English side has anything to fear across Europe. So unless they draw each other, obviously that's going to impact your planning further forward because you're going to know that one of them teams is going to be out definitely. So if it was a Liverpool City in next round, one of them two. If you've got a bit of a block on City, a bit of block on Liverpool, you know that some of them players are going to lose the possible 2 or 3 extra fixtures after them too. So it's one definitely that it's worth watching. But I think English sides have got the beating of any of the teams in Europe. Just my view though. That's probably Chelsea getting nailed off by Munich next round, isn't it? Yeah. Right. He's been mentioned earlier on the pod, and he's here with a question of his own. Lee Hooper, the infamous Lee Hooper. Who, by the way, you said he's looked so bad. He did get drawn in the group of death with last year's Dream Team winner in the Patreon Cup, and this year's current number 1 in his group. But so we're all rooting for you, Lee. I hope you
Come on, Lee.
you get through that group, mate. So keep it a close eye on that. Anyway, his question is: who is going to win the league and who is going down? First up, Ben.
What do you still got the what we said last time when we said at the start of the season?
Oh God, I'm on the spot there. I'd have to have a look through for that.
I remember what I said the last time, and I said one of, City or Liverpool to win it, and
Oh,
Chelsea
you
came
can't.
third.
No, you can't just.
I'm
That's
sure it
easy.
did.
Just saying, oh, one of Liverpool.
No,
Man
because you
City.
boys thought that Chelsea were going to win it. I'm sure you did.
I said Chelsea. I think and Tony said Man City.
Right.
I'm a
I
bit of
was
a
the one that said
closet
Chelsea.
City fan.
Yeah,
Mm.
but and
We'll
I
have
think
to dig
I
that
think
out.
I remember Ranieri just coming at Watford, and I backed Watford to stay up. That was me Ranieri Leicester connection there, pulling at my heartstrings.
Yeah, rooting for him,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
We
They're
all
gonna,
love Ranieri, good guy.
yeah. They're winning one at Southampton though, didn't they? On Thursday, was that Saturday?
Yeah, good win.
Mm.
Yeah,
Good win from the needed it.
it's really tight at the bottom now. Everton, Watford are on the same points. Burnley's 21, Norwich
Everton.
17.
Everton.
I know.
Have you seen Everton's fixtures after the next two?
Yeah, they're
Oh
horrendous.
my god!
They're going down.
If they've got, they're playing Newcastle at home, Crystal Palace away in the next two, right? And then after that, can only be described as a horrific run of games. And I don't know if that bodes well for them. I was going to say Burnley as my third choice, but if you look at Everton's fixtures, West Ham away, Man United at home, Liverpool away, Chelsea at home, Leicester away, Brentford at home, Arsenal away. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
short of putting Man City in there somewhere, you couldn't have picked the worst one.
Yeah.
But they have got games to be rearranged against Watford, Burnley, and Leicester. So
That is a good point, Ben.
on
Very good
paper, they're winnable, but Everton
spoil
don't
it.
look very good, do they?
No, they don't. That's the issue. They're struggling. To be fair, this weekend, obviously, they got slapped off Spurs, didn't they? This weekend, Wolves, they're a team I've been impressed with all season. They've been very, very good. It's not an easy game from Wolves. They're a
Massive
good
game on
side.
Thursday, mate, against Newcastle.
It's huge. But with the way Newcastle are playing, I can't see Everton getting out of it. I can see Lampard getting sacked before the end of the season.
If they lose that game, definitely.
The only thing they've got going from there is they're at home because their away record is awful.
Yeah, it is. I think they've got to get Big Sam in, haven't they?
Again.
Yeah, get him in to save them again. Get Rondon up top. Hoof. Gets up knockdowns. Right, anyway, who's going to win the league from here? From here on in. Obviously, there's choice of two.
Right, for me, I'm going to say Man City is going to win the league.
For me, I'm going to say City or Liverpool.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, you can't
Back you,
force
back
me.
you, back you.
I'm superstitious about things like this. Only when it comes to Liverpool, I'm going to sit on the fence, I'm afraid, but I'll quite happily tell you my relegation choices.
It's City for me. I think City will win the league, but yeah, go on. Relegation choices then, James.
Well, I think Norwich and Watford are gone, and I originally would have said Burnley, but having looked at Everton's fixtures, I think that it might just be them. It's certainly between them and Burnley. I think Burnley have been like fighting. Well, they always manage to pull it out of the bag, don't they? But we've seen it over the years. We've had sides like Stoke do that, and they are a bit like Stoke, aren't they? In some respects, you can't.
Stoke now though.
Exactly. Well, you can't fight it forever, especially with they haven't really invested much in that side, have they? So it could well be Burnley, but I'm going to go Everton only because of that horrific fixture run.
Ben?
Everton always seem to get out of it when they're down there as well. I remember in the 90s, they always used to finish around 17th, 16th. Never been relegated from the top 5 either, have they?
No, they haven't.
The whole history.
Yeah.
Founding members, I believe.
Yeah, been in there since day one.
It would be a shame if they went. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't want them to get relegated.
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah. I have to say Norwich, Watford, and on current form, I have to say Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I scrubbed out Everton and changed it for Burnley in the hope that it is Burnley that goes down because, like you say, they've been scrappy for so long. They're staying up. I want the Blackburn Burnley games back. So if we're not going to go up,
I thought you were going up.
well, it's not looking likely now. We are in the form, so just hoping they come back down. Like you say, I want our rivals in our division. I want them games. They're massive games for us. They're better than a Blackburn Burnley derby. Although we've not won one for a while. So, yeah, for me, Burnley, Watford, Norwich. Shame on Watford. Shame it didn't work out with Ranieri. And then they've got another nice old chap in Hodgson. It just doesn't seem to have worked, does it? But, yeah, there's my three with City winning the league. Right, Andy Barnett. Patreon Cup and League question. I'll take a deep breath for this, Andy. I have my best performing team in the Patreon League and Patreon Cup. Other people might have too. I used a transfer yesterday to get Lacazette in to make ground up on my opponent, whose team is the same as mine, bar 2 players. Lacazette has 2 games left, to everyone else's 1. Although this transfer makes sense in the Cup, it's not good at all for the Patreon League or the overall one, which I'm currently 204th in. With weekly matchups giving the winner 3 points, this situation will happen regularly. Is there any advice to give that will stop us burning transfers just to win the 3 points in the cup? Or do you think this is the correct route to go down if we want some silverware at the end of the season? James.
Oh, I knew you'd come to me for this one.
Well, yeah, I know because you're a Liverpool fan, and I know what Jurgen Klopp's like. He likes resting his better players and putting kids out for cup competitions because you're not too interested in silverware until he gets to the final.
Well, you should say that. I think you have to prioritise between the competitions. And that might be a controversial statement. I think if you try and hedge your bets with transfers, you could end up messing up one or both of probably both of them. I think you need to pick your horse and back it. Obviously, you want to bring in good players anyway, so I wouldn't be making rash transfers just to try and win a cup tie. I'm not really a cup manager. But I was hoping you'd go to Ben on this one.
He's sounding like Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, it's the wind blowing the ball away.
Ben, what do you think?
Yeah, I would not be looking at your opponent and making transfers. Not in the group stages. Do the old once you get to the semi-finals,
that's it. Get
final
big
thing,
out.
then start looking at the cup.
Yeah, it's a good move. That good idea.
Concentrate on picking the best players with the best fixtures. Concentrate on your rank. You're 204th in the world at the moment. Concentrate on that. Try and get it up. And if that goes up, your team should do well in the cup.
Definitely. Completely sound advice. You got to play the league. Just make sure if your team's doing well, you'll do all right in the cup. And then obviously once it gets to the semi-final stage, you want some silverware. You want this trophy on your mantelpiece. Then you can start using your transfers just to win that cup and try and outwit your opponent in the last couple of game weeks. But yeah, don't be using them this early.
You got to spoon your well. I'll just say, look, get to the final. Luckily, like Klopp did on penalties against Leicester. last minute equaliser. Once you get into the semis, then start taking it seriously.
That's it. But leave Kelleher in goal.
Yeah, don't start bringing Kepa in and stuff like that.
Yeah, last minute subs to try and save some penalties. No. But yeah, concentrate on the league, mate, and the cup will take care of itself until you get to the last couple of rounds. Hopefully see it final. Right, Gazzy's right arm. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on who has the best running. I'm looking at teams around me in my mini leagues, and they are looking similar. Also, this is my team and positions in my mini leagues. One transfer left this month with zero point 0.4 in the bank. Your thoughts are appreciated, guys. So, obviously, he's there. He's 4 leagues there. He's leading 3 of the leagues. He's second in one of the leagues. He's having a good season in his mini leagues. By looking at the figures there, they pay quite well as well. So, what do you think his strategy should be from there, Ben?
Yeah, you got a cracking team there. I'll read it out for everyone to hear. Allison, Rudiger, Alexander Arnold, Robertson, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Mount, Salah, Kane, Havertz. So, looking at that team, it's you don't need to do anything with it. Just looks brilliant.
Yeah,
Got 3 Liverpool block at the back. Rudiger, Cancelo. Yeah, you're top of 3 mini leagues. Just keep going, do what you're doing. There's no bad eggs in that team. There's no one you need to take out. What do you think, James?
I totally agree. The team set up really well. I would keep that transfer till the end of the month. Obviously, Salah came off injured in the last game, so keep an eye on that one. That could be what you need to use the transfer for. Keep an eye on that Champions League draw. That might sway your opinion as to what happens with that final transfer, but I wouldn't be using it just yet. Keep it, yeah. And going to the fixture question, I mean, it's that draw you want to keep an eye on Friday. And obviously, Chelsea got good fixtures. Liverpool and City have got good fixtures apart from when they play each other. As I said last week, Arsenal have got a hell of an amazing run in. I think they only play United out of the top sides. Obviously, they've got Liverpool this week on Thursday, but apart from that, their running is amazing.
yeah.
And Spurs have a great run till the end of the season as well, in my opinion.
Quite a lot of games for Arsenal to rearrange as well, aren't there?
Yeah, there's another 2 games to be rearranged, but there's Chelsea and Tottenham.
It's not the best games, but quantities there.
Hmm.
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously, they don't have the Champions League, but yeah, I think what you got to do is just I'd write off that one where you're second by 87 points because I think that could impact your thought process with your other 3 leagues where you're winning. I think you've got a very good side. There's like you've got a transfer, but you can't see anywhere obvious where you'd use a transfer. It's solid. It's got all the right players in there that are going to score you enough points to probably win them 3 other leagues. So just concentrate on that. I won't be trying to claw back them 87 points that you're behind in that other league. And yeah, best fixtures. I mean, just City, Liverpool, Chelsea. Keep an eye on that Champions League draw. Yeah, I think you're in a very good position.
Yeah,
Very good position. I won't be worrying one jot.
No,
Just concentrate on doing what you're doing. Keep that side ticking over like that. Go on, Ben.
that team will gain on that other guy at first, I reckon. That is a really
Yeah.
good team. There's loads of points there. So don't
Definitely.
worry too much. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Keep plugging.
Yep.
Yeah, you're doing well, mate. Having a good season there. Some nice returns in them leagues. So fair play, mate. Right, talking of cash leagues, got one of our own, the Dream Team Tonic Cash League. Is it the top 10 this week? I think it is. The Mini League top 10. The Cash League top 10. Right, James, I think you're reading out tonight, mate, which is...
Well, I've got loads of City in my side, so I'm currently 11th, 1 point out of the top 10. So if we could just wait an hour and a half and redo it. So in 10th, we've got Ben Lee.
Come on.
Is that the first time you've been in the top 10, Ben?
No, my pod team was in the top 10, and that's dropped down, and this is my another team.
Oh,
Okay.
he's got 2 floating around now.
Yeah, 2 up there now.
2 chances of getting up there. In 9th, we've got Alex Cole. 8th, Kerry Jones. 7, Niles Koopman. In 6th, we've got Anthony Sutcliffe.
Get in. Still
In
up there.
5th, we have Andrew Ferguson. In 4th, we have Dan Sherwood. 3rd, Heath Robson. 2nd, Steve Legg. And at the top, Alex Cole.
Alex Cole. 2 teams in the top 10.
Nice little lead now.
It is, isn't it? He's stretched a little bit. 37 points from second. A nice gap of 64 to third. A bit of grouping in behind down there, isn't there?
It
I mean,
must be. Go on.
I was just going to say from 5th down, way down to like as far as probably 16th, 17th, I think. It's quite close, isn't it? It
Very
interchanges quite often.
Yeah. I last time I looked during the weekend, I was 6th.
yeah, it does. He's jumping up and down all the time, isn't it? No one's really. It's like threatening to catch that top 4, but not quite getting there at the minute. You'll see quite a few punts towards the end of the season. They'll all start mixing up a bit up there, I think. Right, across to the.
Sorry, I was just going to say Alex Cole is 27th overall at the minute.
Hey, they are fine. Some big names in this league. The DT Tonic Patron League has a new leader. I think I'll give this one a read out. In 10th, we've got Paul Young with the Young Guns. In 9th, Sean Siddall, Ball Bags, the team we've just seen.
Gazzy right arm.
In 8th, Michael White, Fred West Ham. Love that. 7th, James Fricker.
Yes, come on.
The Dream Team Tonic podcast. 6th, Andrew Barnett, 001 DT Hero. In 5th, Connor Tobin, Flying Without Ings. 4th, Paul McNally, What the Deuce. 3rd, Steve Broughton with Steve B. Army. In 2nd, Dream Team Tonic Ben Lee.
Wee.
And a new leader, David Dunkley. And on top at the moment is David Moyes' Shrivel Ball Bag. That's not what you want on top, is it?
No.
but there you are. So fair play, David. New leader.
David.
It's currently on 782. 22-point lead over you, Ben, at the minute. But yeah. All right, we'll move on to just a quick look then at the differential league so far this month. Obviously, not many games left to go. The community's pick this month was James. Got off to a flyer. That's soon come to a halt. Thank the Lord. But yeah, they got 15 points for James so far. Don't look like he'll play against us again this month. So 196 for the community in total so far. In second place, Fergie, who had Stones this week, who's currently playing, so it might be a little bit better after this recording. But he's currently on 5 points with 142. In third is me. I went for Diaz at Liverpool. 8 points he's got me so far. Leaves me on 137. In fourth, we've got Ben, who went for Ziyech.
What, Ziyech?
He got a -1. He got a yellow card, didn't he, this weekend? Played full-back.
Ouch.
Wing-back, sorry. 116 points currently on, mate. And James Foden, the prodigal son, is 6 points so far. And whatever he musters up tonight, hopefully more. Hopefully more for you, mate. Currently on 99. But yeah, that's how it stands so far. It won't be long before we're making our picks for April. Only 2 more picks to come. The winner gets a T-shirt, don't they? Dream Team Tonic T-shirt for the winner.
I think I'm going to lose my crown here.
Yeah, you've been the differential king. It's the community having the first pick each week has obviously proved pretty fruitful for them.
Well, Connor was saying he wants, what are our plans for the summer? I think perhaps we should maybe look at the rules for the differential limit.
Yeah, that's it. Probably we should have to rotate them as well. We'll look into that. Handicap in the community. Nobody likes a winner, do they? Right, that's all from us. Like I say, if you've listening on YouTube, drop a like, drop a subscribe, please. Drop any comments. We will try to get back to you. Predominantly, if you want to get in touch with us sooner and you want to reply, as we don't always check our YouTube comments, on Twitter at Dream Team Tonic. Drop us a message on there. Whatever you like, any advice, whatever. We'll do our best to get back in touch. If you wanted more content and guaranteed responses from the lads, and then get to patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic and join our community. A community of cracking lads, and it's a good laugh on there. So, yeah, thanks very much for listening. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. Cheers, James. Cheers, Ben.
Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, everyone.
And good night.